Hello again from Kremenchuk, Ukraine. I already uploaded a few videos from Kiev, and now I will go to laptops. I will get back to some cycling stuff later, in particular the Igaro C1, some of the bugs that were there and no longer there, and this I can properly show you the beam, how it transitions from near to far beam now, and what the application as well has changed. It's much nicer to use now. But let's look at laptops. So I bought this last year, more than a year ago, or about approximately. The Lenovo T470 Thinkpad, a fairly small, lightweight. This is a laptop of a relative who has a much newer one, I think maybe a year old now. And this is from 2015, so it's almost 10 years old. The only thing that's really not so great about this one, in the sense of usability, is the battery, which is not not very good. But yeah, for me that doesn't matter. I use it to try out and see how it works. I installed Aquamax. I installed also Homebrew via that GZ Doom, and maybe normal Emacs as well. Let's see, on here I have Emacs installed as well, but for Windows. So I reorganized a lot of stuff, removed everything from a Tab S6 because I gave that to a relative. I found it too heavy for traveling. I wanted something smaller, like maybe a Tab A9 or something like that. Let's see. Yeah, the tabs. I wanted to copy the tabs, but there was no function for copying tabs to maybe a file or something. So I started copying manually, then did another method, removed all the bookmarks, then added all the bookmarks, added all the tabs as a bookmark. And the ones I really found interesting already, I immediately downloaded using UPipe. And I came across this one again, Linux Code of Conduct. The other shoe has dropped, so 6 years ago. This is, here you can see, wait, damn. This is from, yeah, it says 6 years ago. This talks about wokeness in the Linux kernel, or the whole system around it. It's not the kernel itself, of course. And that's happened at the same time as this guy Linus Torvalds stepped down from working on that, and that makes sense because he's a bit of an a-hole. He always was, and that's not really the main reason, but one of the reasons, additional reasons for me to stop using Linux long ago. Let's see. I will go back to that later, but now I'm going to look a bit at the laptops. So the T470 ThinkPad from Lenovo, I bought this for 130 euros, not much, 8 gigabytes of RAM, 500 gigabytes of SSD, and an okay screen. It's also got a touch screen, which is really nice. I can just do this, and with these, I have the inclination to use my fingers on the screen because I'm used to that on a tablet. It's weird. This does not have a touchscreen. This is a MacBook Pro 2015, mid-2015, I think number A1398. But in any case, the last one that has a USB-A output or input, so you can attach easily, for example, an external USB keyboard or any USB drives. Yeah, it's easy, it's nice, and the screen is very good. It's better than this screen from the ThinkPad T470. It's a bit bigger, higher resolution. It looks cool. The retina display, they call that. What I don't like about this MacBook, so it's from 2015, almost 10 years old, but it's got 16 gigabytes of RAM. I think only was it 250 gigabytes hard or SSD. I need to check. Doesn't really matter. I'm not going to put a lot of stuff on it. And oh yeah, here also I have this. What I found with the MacBook Pro, the sound. No, the first keyboard is absolutely crap. Yeah, I'm used to IBM clicky keyboards, and compared to that, any of these keyboards are just junk. This is already better from Lenovo, and they're known for good in quotation marks keyboards. But I don't find them good. It's just maybe just acceptable. That's it. And this is shit. And then we come to sound. Sound on the MacBook Pro is really tinny.
Possibilities before that nuclear option of code rescission is a...
He talks about everything that happens. It's a good video to watch, by the way, but I'll get into that later when I discuss this topic of wokeness in Linux distributions and other issues, but also how it's related actually, and was already present in the Free Software Foundation in a sense, but I will get to that later. I don't know if you can hear the sound properly via recording this via my phone, but in any case, this is more tinny than this.
I don't know how many coders there are that are being thrown on the wayside that might consider doing this.
Yeah, it sounds... let's...
That I stated that originally there was somewhat of a necessity to include a code of conduct like this because unfortunately...
Yeah, this sounds better. Not that much, not really great. Definitely both are worse than the Tab S6 tablet that I used, and that's already also years old. Not 10 years old, but I think with my old tablets I also didn't have this issue. This is weird tinny sound. If there's no low frequencies. But yeah, what can I say else about it? Windows versus Mac. I definitely like Mac more. Although I've not used it enough, but I haven't used Windows enough either, in a sense. I installed the most of the stuff that I need or want on both of them, like Brave Browser and Emacs is here on here. Doom is on here. GZ Doom is on here as well. And to play some old games if I need or want to. But normally I'm just doing that on my main PC. And I would say the weight is also an issue with the MacBook Pro. Yeah, it's bigger. It's bigger than you can see the screen. Screen size is quite different. And this is 2.11 kilograms. This is 1.66 kilograms. 1.66, when you pick it up, it's almost nothing. And 2.1 is like the transition between, it's fairly light until, yeah, it's heavy. At least for me. And I like the Thinkpad in that respect more, but I like also the fingerprint sensor that it has here, which won't work, I think, if you're using FreeBSD on it, which I would do, and maybe I'm going to do, but I'm not yet sure I'm going to use any of these for anything serious. If so, then I will probably get the battery of this one changed. It's not so easy to do things yourself here. You can open up the Thinkpad T470, you can open it yourself, put in a new battery, done. There are two batteries, internal and external. The external one is of course really easy to get at. You just open it at the back, done. And the internal battery, you need to remove a bit of the bottom section of the case, or you need to remove the bottom section of the case. But you can then get at everything. You can also install a second SSD in a smaller slot, or change the SSD, change the internal battery, etc. So yeah, you can fix the T470 easily. This one, yeah, not really. It's probably better to take it to a service center. That's it for now. Bye.